Dude, I feel like...
Alright, welcome to Wardle's World Podcast.
Uh-huh.
That was good stuff.
What?
It's good.
Oh.
Dude, Wardle, your wisdom has helped me grow so much.
I think Panda Express single-handedly helped me gain like pounds, like put weight on.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably eat anything when you gain weight, but just since I ate Panda, I gained weight with Panda. It was pretty easy. And McChickens.
I said that's my chicken. Do you like, how many do you eat in one go?
I just go like 4 to 5 times a week, and I get like 6 every time. Gained 40 pounds in like 3-4 months.
That's wild.
7 pounds a month. And now I'm like stuck at 191 because I don't want to go eat like that again. My skin was suffering.
Might be worth it for the gains though.
Yeah. Well, I just started noticing like I started getting fat. I'm like, well, that's fine for like bulking, I guess. But it's just if I can get there leaner, that's nicer.
Yeah, lean bulk would be better.
Okay.
In the long run.
Yeah. Just takes more time. I might have to start eating 4 times a day, but I feel like I barely have time. Which I know that's like it's up.
Do you only eat 3 times a day right now?
I'll eat eggs for breakfast, maybe some fruits or veggies with it. And then usually for lunch I have like beef or something usually. Sometimes chicken, or as of lately Panda Express if we have school. And then at night it's usually just whatever family dinner is, and I just eat like all of it.
Yeah. I feel like if you're bulking, you should be eating more than 3. You're gonna want to always be eating.
Yeah. It's just like when I got work, like if before school we go to the gym, and I got work after, it's like I barely have time to eat breakfast by the time we get back from the gym. And then I get lunch. I don't know, I could probably make it work. I just gotta think about it.
Yeah, that's a lot going on.
I like it better though. Rather than like people are just like, some people are just fine just like going home and sitting on the bed. It's like they don't need a job, or like they're just fine going out hanging out with friends. Like if I'm not doing something productive like every day, at least like that's why I think at least the gym every day. And I should be doing schoolwork,
But you don't.
and then work. I always procrastinate it and then grind it all out.
Yeah, I prefer to be productive than lazy. Otherwise I feel bad at the end of the day.
You know, good, better, best? Sometimes I try to think about that. It's like, there's productive things I can do. Or like, if I'm like not being lazy, I'm like, should I like becoming more social and like try to hang out with friends, like that's not like a bad thing. But are there better things I could be doing? Like if I'm already a pretty social guy, should I be working on training? Should I be working on schoolwork?
Yeah.
There's always better things you could be doing. So it's just hard to find the balance.
I feel like that's where it gets me, is I do like some good things. And then I'm like, alright, well you don't really need to do anything else. And I could be doing way better.
I always like compare myself to other people. I'm like, alright, I already did more than like half the people in the world are gonna do today. Like I hit the gym and I worked. I don't need to go on a run. Like, I don't know. Like just even hitting the gym, like that's more productive than most people. And it's like, yeah. So it's like some days you hit the gym and you've already been more productive than other people have been, and they're not even awake yet because we were early.
You can still do better though.
You shouldn't compare yourself to others. You should go to your full capacity.
That's true. It's just you be you.
Don't think about no one else.
I gotta get back to running. I haven't done it in a minute.
Yeah. It's not that fun.
Yeah, that's why I do it. I feel like it's because I absolutely hate running.
I do one thing a day. That sucks. I was talking to these girls about that. I sent a little video about running, and it was like it's a super satisfying feeling when you lace up your shoes, or like when you're lacing up your shoes, and you're like, man, I really don't want to go running today, and then you do it, and you get back, and it's just a satisfying feeling. And then one of the girls was like, oh, I just love running. Like every time I'm lacing up my shoes, I'm excited to go running. Like it's just so fun. I told her, I was like, well, maybe you should find something that sucks that's productive. Like running's good.
Yeah, you should still do it.
But it's like, I like the gym, so I have to run because I hate running. Like I don't say like, oh, people think the gym sucks, so I do it. Like I started liking the gym, so I had to find something else, and she didn't agree with that.
Yeah.
She said, why would I want to do something I don't want to do? I said, to build a mindset. And she said, no one's ever going to be happy doing that. I think just, I don't know. I don't think you should look at it like that.
We talked about this one thing in one of my classes. It's like pain versus suffering. And they're like, everyone goes through pain, but suffering is like suffering is kind of like an option. And like if you're going through things and you don't change it, that's where you suffered. But like pain is like things you do to yourself on purpose, and it makes you better. So you should like chase those hard things and try and go through painful experiences to make you better.
Yeah. Fall in love with a 10 out of 10 baddie.
And that'll push you.
That's one of the things. It's like, it's kind of terrible when you set like an Instagram. It's like, yeah, like going for like someone who I know, like whenever like actually like me, or like getting in a relationship, and then like having it end horribly just for character development and like stuff like that. But it's like, at the same time, like if that's what gets you going, is like either you start getting in a relationship, so you're like, man, I gotta be good enough for this girl, and so that pushes you, and then if she drops you or she does something bad, that motivates you even more to be better, to prove that she like missed out, you know. And it kind of sounds weird, like, oh, she's gonna regret what she did, but it does drive you.
That's true though. I don't know if you should go for unhealthy relationships though, just for
So I say like, obviously, like try and make it good. Like find a relationship with someone that's gonna make you want to be a better person. And then if it doesn't work, either way, it's a win-win. Either it works out and you guys are great, you guys fall in love, or it doesn't work out, but you learn something for next time and you get absolutely jacked.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of shows like you shouldn't be afraid to like go after it, because it's kind of a win-win. All right. Should have got water. Watch this. Ready? Stick your hand up. Like you're gonna, like, all of a sudden there's gonna be water. Ready?
Poop, dude.
Pretty cool, right?
Spilled my water. It's fine.
What
Water dries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing about girls too is that some of them, I just had this, she did not understand my mindset at all, or like my goals. And she knew that. She was like, I don't want to hold you back. And I was like, okay, then don't. And she was like, okay, like I'll support you. But then like I would choose things over her. She did not like that.
So she didn't really support you? Right.
I told her, I was like, if it comes between, like, obviously like, I'm going to be there for you. But like, if it's just something where it's like, hey, like me and some friends are hanging out, do you want to come? And I always say no, because that's the time I like would go to the gym, or that's the time, or it's like I still need to run today and I have to go to bed in like an hour. So I'm not going to go hang out and like mess up that for, because there were times where like, she was like, oh, like, I don't know, we were just like talking, because we were going through some stuff, right? And she would like she'd keep me up really late, or like she would like wait till bedtime to start talking, and I wouldn't stop talking. Like I would just keep talking to her, and that was a bad idea. Cause then I wouldn't wake up. I would miss the gym.
A lot. Yeah, I wouldn't, like personally, I wouldn't want to go for like some unstable girl just because I know it'll like give me motivation or whatever. But I'd want to go for someone that like, she doesn't necessarily have to be as crazy. I mean, like I want someone that has the same goals. But I want someone that pushes me, you know, and like if I'm doing something, she's like, oh, you can't eat that. Like, oh, I'm gonna hang out because
You gotta go to bed.
You gotta go to bed. You can't stay up that late. Like, I want someone that kind of keeps me straight. Because if you got a girl and she's like, oh, just skip the gym. Why don't you just stay out a little later?
Like, oh, you already look really good. You don't need to hit the gym. She doesn't understand.
You gotta cut her off, dude. You gotta cut her off.
And that's where I struggled, is I couldn't cut it off.
You don't want to, yeah.
You really don't want to do it. It sucks to cut people off that you care about, but they're bad for you. And so if you know, especially if you know it's not gonna last. I even knew she was kind of like cuckoo, and like we were never on the same page. And she was like all about like, let's just go like I want to party and have fun. I just want to go to college and have go to good parties and experience things. And I was like, what in the world? Like she didn't care at all about like her values or her goals. She's like, whatever I do, I just want to have fun all the time. So she was very much that based, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see.
So I knew it wasn't really gonna last, but I also didn't want to let it go because it still felt good.
Yeah, so I see you gotta be able to love yourself and like also be able to be fine living just with you before you get into a relationship, because I feel like all these dudes, they get like one girl that likes them back, and then they start kind of doing things they don't like, and they're like, oh no, please, like please stay, I'll do whatever, and they like, that becomes their literally everything. And then if she
you gotta respect yourself.
Yeah, when she leaves, they're like absolutely crushed, devastated, and they like can't like move on from it.
Yeah, I definitely think that you should never just like if you just think the girl's pretty, like, oh, she's pretty and she's pretty nice, and like she likes me, so like I should probably like her. And like even if those things don't come around every day, you gotta really like think about it. Maybe talk to her for a couple weeks and just get a feel for things. And you know, I learned about this thing in health class a couple years ago. It was called love blind, and it's like you become totally blind and you just only see the good in people, which is not a bad thing, until it gets like to about 3 months and it starts to wear off, and you guys start seeing each other for like who you guys really are. And so it's better if you can catch that early on, where it's when you're not as attached, because it's hard to let people go when it's been that long. But if you can catch who they really are and not get love blind by them, that can help a lot.
So you have to keep your homies close.
Your homies, so they can let you know.
Yeah, you got them watching your back for you.
I'll let you. Yeah. True.
So you see what our fortunes are?
Dude, I don't even think they gave me a cookie.
Well, they gave me 2.
Bro?
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, it's like wet.
That's chill.
Mine's already open.
But these things are not real.
Oh.
What'd you get? I'll go first. You will always be surrounded by true friends. That's pretty fortunate. Okay.
It's good. Mine. Make time for what you love. That kind of goes with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make time for your girl. You can't just expect her to stick around if.
Yeah. Which is why, yeah, if like you're not spending any time with her whatsoever. So I had this kid, I look up to him, he's a really cool kid. Golfer, sick guy. And he's like always, he goes to school. Here's his day. He goes to Earth, the ice bath place. He hits the gym. He goes to school. And then he golfs till night.
Dang.
And sometimes he goes on a run after that, but then he just goes to bed.
That's cool.
And he does that every day. And he texts me, and when I was getting kind of serious with that one girl, we started liking each other. I texted him, and I was like, dude, I don't know like how I'm gonna balance this. I feel like I have no time already. And he said, if I were you, I wouldn't do it. He sent me like some David Goggins video or whatever. And dude, he's just like, if you really want to be like great, like you can't, like you don't have, like you can't put your time into that. Like you gotta like be smart about it. Like high school relationships are nice. They feel good. But yeah, if you want to be great, it can slow you down. And so he's like, yeah, I wouldn't. And I remember he was dating this girl sophomore year, and he had to let her go because she was just holding him back, and he couldn't take that. And he noticed that she was changing him.
It's good they call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make time for what you love, but like you should love yourself. So most importantly, you should be making time for yourself.
Yeah. I think until you know you found the one, until you're like about to get married, maybe like engaged, like you gotta put yourself first. And obviously there's occasions as you're getting serious where you gotta put others before you, but
Yeah.
just like never forget
You just have to
like
take care
who
of yourself.
you are. Yeah. And don't lose sight of your goals and stuff just because you got a relationship. That's why it's important to have a woman that supports you. Because if you don't support you and you got to do it all by yourself, it's gonna make it 10 times harder. I got the inspirational quote of the day. Right?
We're all Kevin with the inspirational quote of the episode.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Here, let me pull it up. Actually, I want to get it word for word. I'll do this one instead. If she treats you like a king, treat her like a queen. If she treats you like a game, show her how to play it. And that's from Joe. Is that a valid quote?
That's about
I feel like that's kind of toxic. So like, I don't know. It's kind of like reciprocating energy, you know? Like, hey, if she's gonna treat me like that, like, I don't know, maybe be a little bit better than that. Or just, if she's gonna treat you like a game, don't play her game.
Yeah.
Instead of beating her at her own game and being worse than her,
play your own game.
play your own game. Make your own game. Make it better. Like, it's better to have, like, if they have nothing bad they can say about you, like, without making it up, that's solid. So don't give them something to hate you for.
It's true.
That was today's video with Wardle's World and Diamond Discipline.
Yep. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, sayonara.
Diamond Discipline? Are you gonna make another one?
I was just saying, what rhymes with D? Because nothing rhymes.